I found out from the contest from a good friend of mine that I met online. They call him Chuck. Chuck Woolery is his call sign, actually. But he told me about the contest a couple months ago. And I said, you know what? I got nothing to lose. The worst thing that can happen is, nothing. So I decided to give it one last shot, and here I am.
Well, I'm certainly not surprised that we have so many talented people and it went across the state, so I expected to see some great singers and great talent on the stage, and certainly saw a lot of that and a lot of enthusiasm and excitement, and it's great to see that so many people have flown out that didn't even get in the contest that were so interested in coming to Nashville, and of course it's at the Hall of Fame, so that's a great place to have it.
Well, I was raised off of Route 3, out past where the blacktop ends. We'd walk to church on Sunday morning, race barefoot back to Johnson's fence. It's where I first saw Mary, on that roadside picking blackberries. That summer I turned a corner in my soul, down that red dirt road. Where I drank my first beer, it's where I found Jesus. Where I wrecked my first car, I tore it all to pieces. I learned the path to heaven is full of sinners and believers. Learned that happiness on earth ain't just for high achievers. I've come to know there's life at both ends of that red dirt road. Her daddy didn't like me much in my shackled up GTO. I'd sneak out in the middle of the night, throw rocks at her bedroom window. We'd turn out the headlights, drive by the moonlight, talk about what the future might hold, down that red dirt road. It's where I drank my first beer, it's where I found Jesus. Where I wrecked my first car, I tore it all to pieces. I learned the path to heaven is full of sinners and believers. Learned that happiness on earth ain't just for high achievers. I've come to know there's life at both ends of that red dirt road. Well, I went out to the world and I came back in. I lost Mary, but I got her back again. And driving home tonight feels like I found a long lost friend. It's where I drank my first beer, it's where I found Jesus. Where I wrecked my first car, I tore it all to pieces. I learned the path to heaven is full of sinners and believers. Learned that happiness on earth ain't just for high achievers. I've come to know there's life at both ends of that red dirt road. Thank you.
I really was surprised. Especially when you get as many registrations, as many entrants as we did, some of them are, pretty awful. And But the people here, by and large, everybody came to play. Well, the one thing that I would say is it's not good enough to be as good as what you hear on the radio. If you're new, you've got to be better, or you've got to be different. And, I think there's an inclination to think, I can do that. But what you really want to do is you want to do it completely differently. And, I encourage everybody to go home and find their own style. The great ones have their own style.